Before the dragons turned to ash, before thrones were melted and kings were broken, there existed a different story, not in the books, not on screen, but whispered in the minds of those who watched and wondered what could have happened if just one thing had changed. This is the realm of the unwritten Game of Thrones. The theories, the madness, the brilliance that never made it to the final cut. He saw everything, he knew everything, and in the end, he was crowned king. But what if Bran Stark, or the three-eyed raven within him, manipulated events from the shadows all along? What if Hodor's death, the fall of Daenerys, the war between Jon and the Queen, was all just part of his quiet, cold plan to remove anyone standing in his way? Think about it. He let things unfold. He gave no warnings. And in the end, he sat on the throne, not by chance, but by calculation. Why do you think I came all this way? A line that chilled the realm, maybe more than the Night King ever could. Imagine this. Ned Stark lives. He reveals the truth about Joffrey, that he's not Robert's son, and Cersei's lies crumble. Robb never goes to war. The North never burns. And maybe, just maybe, the Seven Kingdoms aren't drowned in blood. If Ned had made it out of King's Landing, would peace have followed? Or would a new war begin, one between the old rules of honor and the chaos of politics? Ned's death was the dark, but what if it was never it? She freed slaves. She brought justice. She was the breaker of chains. Until she wasn't. But what if Daenerys had never burned King's Landing? What if she took the throne with mercy, not fire? Jon stands beside her. Tyrion guides her. And Westeros sees a queen, not a tyrant. Some say the Mad Queen arc was rushed. Others believe it was never deserved. In a different ending, Daenerys becomes the ruler she was meant to be. Not feared, but loved. This one, chilling. What if Arya didn't just turn back from King's Landing? What if she used Jaime's face, walked into the Red Keep, and whispered Valar Morghulis as she plunged the blade into Cersei's heart? Poetic justice, the ultimate revenge, a death by the face of the one she trusted most. It would have completed Arya's arc as a faceless assassin and given Cersei an ending worthy of her evil. Instead of Eru fell. But in another tale, a dagger did. We never heard him speak. We never learned why he marched. What if the Night King wasn't just evil, but trying to reset a broken world? What if the long night wasn't just death, but balance? Some believe Bran and the Night King were two sides of the same magic, ice and memory, fire and history. And when Arya stabbed him, maybe she didn't just save the world. Maybe she ended a cycle that was never meant to be stopped. Imagine a final showdown between the Night King and Jon. Fire against ice, life against death. A prophecy fulfilled, not erased. But it never came. He was a Targaryen, a warrior, a leader. He never wanted it, but maybe he should have taken it. What if Jon Snow stood tall in the Red Keep? Daenerys alive but restrained, and the people of Westeros finally crowned the one true king, a ruler who knows nothing but does what's right. The throne is reforged, the seven kingdoms united. Peace at last. But instead, he was exiled, sent into the cold, a hero unthanked. Game of Thrones gave us dragons, death, and destiny, but it also gave us questions. What if just one piece had moved differently? What if Bran was the villain? What if Arya ended Cersei? What if Daenerys ruled with mercy? Or Jon ruled it all? In another world, these stories played out, but here they live only in theory, unseen, unwritten, unforgotten. Because in the Game of Thrones, you win or you wonder what could have been.